Hello there. I just talked to a couple friends. One several thousand miles away in Canada, another one probably 1,000 miles away, or maybe a little less, down in Arizona. And I noticed I hadn't put up another video for 4 weeks. Well, transition time. You know, you get overloaded with financial news from the regular networks. And so, yeah, run on the banks with grease. Summer's here. Back to basics. That's what this signifies. Back to basics. Back to your roots. So, I noticed my subscribers have gone like from 12,000 down to 11,000, and it's just it seems with me, it's like, okay, how do you synthesize? You know the system's finished. You know that dollar bills will be toilet paper, and to narrow it to a range where the probability is high you'll get it right. And say probably 1 to 3 years. Of course, I think there'll be a transfer to a new world currency, as part of that, one world currency and all that kind of stuff. But you watch Greece, you watch this, and then you hear Max Kaiser in Europe talk about France is over. Alex Jones launching his new social network. You just hear all this stuff, and some of us, maybe you're one of them. But, we've kind of heard it. We know. We don't need Alex Jones to tell us. We don't need Max Kaiser. It's interesting to hear different people's perspectives. And you watch mainstream media, and it's just, it's actually horrifying, because the people there, they just really don't get it. Like some of those hosts on Fox News, they have no idea. They have no idea. And once again, the mathematics behind it. I was just talking to somebody they don't get it. The debts are not going to be repaid. It's like a simple balance sheet. You look at the debts and the assets. If you liquidate all the debts, the assets are not there to support it. It's called bankruptcy. County, city, national, boom, boom. Somebody in Saratoga Springs, I guess, balanced the budget, but the national level is what's dire. This wonderful country is finished, and it's those of you out there. And I was thinking, what's my purpose? What's it up? And it's not it's not for people with itching ears. It's not for everybody. In fact, it's for a very small minority. And I was thinking, I want perfection. I seek it. I can't find it, but I gotta just chill. Chill. I've got tons of stuff wrong with me, but I've been fixing a lot of things. My health is like going off the charts. Why? I'm switching back, doing what I know I should. I've been covering and making cool videos predicting when, the dollar, the euro, or whatever. No, I haven't. But I have been doing this with a new friend I made. That's a professional organic gardener. So let's see here. Eggplant, tomatillos, tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. Lots of heirloom tomatoes. So let's see. Here's some more. And then I'm learning about greens here. So there's, our last radish, arugula, some volunteer squash from last year, evidently. Hopefully spaghetti squash. All these baby greens, like a lettuce mix. Anyway. And a little herbal garden too. I went over to Sunflower Market and I bought oregano, chives, and something else. So, it looks like I'm going to be hanged for this. But I've learned probably more in the last 6 weeks about gardening than I have in my whole life. Why? Because that's relevant. It's probably why I don't teach YouTube videos on gardening. I know it's important. I've been storing seeds and losing seeds and whatever. But once again, that person that sent me the heirloom seeds, I planted a bunch of those. I'm working with a professional organic gardener and learning tons of things. Why? Because I'm so bearish on this economy that I know it's over. And we'll be back to elemental food production. The laws of God are what's important, or the Great Spirit, or natural law, or common law. Those are the laws that are important. Man has made millions of laws. There's so many laws now, You can be busted for just about anything. And that's an unnatural state of affairs. So, natural law, your root chakras, judging other people if they're doing yoga and saying they're new age is insane. I did a little bit too much yoga, that's why I had to drop out. So now I'm kind of doing my lifting and even laying off that. Want to be in optimal health. Been doing 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne with molasses. Omega 369. Had a Omega 369 chocolate bar last night. And yeah, when you put premium fuel in this body, it starts to respond. You start to feel fantastic again. And I can't stop us from going to war with Syria. I can't stop the insanity. This horrifying neocon agenda. Can't stop it. That's my take on it. But I can do things here in community. And I've always been Mr. Global, Global, Global. But I'm focusing on local, local, local. No local, local, local. 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 And maybe you guys are feeling it too, some of you. Location, location, location. Enjoy the summer. This is the last. It's not even semi-normal. Of course, the race wars are trying to be instigated. And economic stuff. And war is going to break out all over the place. Karma will happen to this country. The United States, the people here have chosen bondage instead of freedom. But it's a little bit at a time. Just like Gulliver's Travels. One little net at a time, knocking it down. And now it's over. So over. And it was over a few years back. And the unpleasant part, the cleansing, the starvation, the raping and pillage will expand. A lot of other countries have had it, unfortunately, funded by the United States. Karma will happen to those that contribute to that. Mostly I'm thinking of the people that sent the troops over there, not the troops. People join the army, they got to do what they got to do. I didn't join it for a reason. No dishonor to anybody in the armed forces, but I didn't want some person at some level controlling my free agency and destiny. Yeah, U.S. troops in Argentina, that whole England thing with the Falkland Islands. Whose side I'm on? What do you think? Of course Argentina, because I was there when it was happening. You just see the injustices and this whole. But it's kind of how man is. Let's take over another country. Let's do that. But there's certain men of peace that want to, and women of peace, of course. And the most powerful thing is this integration of female and male power, done in an optimal way, which can be elusive, but I have complete faith that it's going to come back. It's going to come back, and that's where the power will be. And that's what will start off the new civilization, of course. That new generation, raised by high-frequency parents that believe in natural law, true law, real law, the laws of man. All this bullshit will be finished. And I'm looking forward to that date. Meanwhile, going to maximize. And yeah, there could be a law against me learning about organic gardening or doing it. If that's the case, I'll be one of the primo lawbreakers. You betcha. Because there's no need to obey a law that is not constitutional.